Hello and welcome to week 2 for Java. In this particular week, or I should say unit 2, week 2, whatever the case may be, in this particular week, what you're doing is you're starting to focus in on some decision structures. And in these decision structures, you are specifically focusing in on if-then and your, I'm going to say select case. In each one of those cases, you have to decide the best way to go about making your decisions, and I'm going to go through some of the syntax for an if-then statement so you can kind of look at it and walk through it a little bit. But either way, I think so far we're off to a good start. I think people have spent time downloading NetBeans. They've asked me some questions, getting some things to work. I've answered them to the best of my ability, pointed people in the right direction. And remember, if you do have issues that we can't resolve, we can always set up a live session where we're kind of talking back and forth, trying to get you started and get you moving along the right direction and things along those lines. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I know most of you are probably going to do homework today. Sorry. But regardless, whatever the case is, make sure to keep up with your discussions. Make sure to keep up with your responses. Make sure to keep up and kind of plan ahead for your programming, because the programming elements are kind of interesting. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to save my homework for the weekend. That's when I have time to work on it, etc., etc. The problem is if you run into problems with your program and then you want to reach out to me, there's at least a day delay between the point in time you reach out to me and the point in time I can get back to you. And if you don't start until a Friday or Saturday, what happens is, if it doesn't get done, then you're moving in a Sunday, and then you're like, oh, he hasn't responded to me, and I respond to you. And then we kind of go back and forth, and you run out of time. If you start early on in the week, and you kind of work on a little bit at a time, if you run into a problem, you have time to kind of react to that, kind of work with that, kind of figure out what's going on, as opposed to, trying to quick rush, get everything done on the weekend, because I am doing weekend stuff. And that's not to say I still won't respond. It's just, I try to keep up with things as we go through it. So try not to wait till the weekend. Try to work with it a little bit at a time. And if you need a scheduled individual session, or you need a session when we're talking back and forth about general things, just let me know. I mean, we can try to work those things out, or I can communicate to you readily so we can work through those things. Either way, you take care of yourself. It's been a good week so far, and do let me know. Have a good day.